Hey, what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome back my glorious bannerman to the start of my Total War Warhammer Dwarven Let's Play. It's been a long time coming and it feels pretty good to finally be able to say that, I'm not gonna lie. So yes, we're going to be starting our Dwarven Let's Play today. I'm really excited to start it because obviously from my Call of Warhammer Let's Plays and stuff, I've just been wanting to do this for so long. And now I finally can, which is awesome. So we're going to be starting off as Ungrim, mainly because that Thorgrim's easier to get in the campaign as a secondary legendary lord. Even though Ungrim's not as good, if we look at Thorgrim's stuff, like he gets construction cost minus 10% for recruitment buildings and cheaper upkeep for hammers and longbeards, which is really good. Whereas Ungrim's is kind of just obviously focused towards Slayer, he's the Slayer King, but that doesn't really come into effect until later, whereas this is kind of more of a mid-game, throughout game kind of buff from his faction effects. So, you know, Ungrim's not as great, but he's still a badass, and I can't wait just to wreck fools with him. It'll be really fun. So we're going to be playing on very hard. Very hard is actually really difficult. It's definitely a much bigger challenge than any other Total War beforehand. So it's going to be really exciting to kind of test it out and see how very hard treats me. I'm going to be playing with 40-minute battle timer. It probably won't ever go over that, but there's still like a vague chance, you know, 1 in like 100 that it will go over 40 minutes, but I highly doubt it. You know, maybe 20 minutes would be better, but I don't want to kind of make battles really short, even though it probably actually never go over 20 minutes in all fairness. Should I do 20 minutes? Nah, let's just leave it at 40. You know, we'll just fight the battles out throughout the entire way. So also, before we get started, I want to say a massive thank you for everyone who's deciding to watch my Let's Play of the Dwarfs. I know there's so many people out there doing it, so yeah, I really appreciate it. All the comments, all the likes, and if you could drop a like on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. You know, if we could break like 1,000 likes on this video, that would be absolutely insane. That'd probably be my most liked video ever. So yeah, that would just be absolutely amazing. Another thing I'm doing to kind of try and make this Let's Play a little bit more unique is I'm going to be naming all my different generals and all my units different names that you guys suggest. So please down below in the comments go ahead and leave me names for units and for generals. I prefer units because I'll be having a lot more of them than I will generals, because you can't actually rename legendary lords, so 2 of my armies will have legendary lords in, so I won't be able to rename them. However, units, there'll be 19 units in the army no matter what. So down below, just give me units for warriors, longbeards, iron breakers, just everything, gyrocopters, cannons. Just go ahead and leave me comments. Try and make them serious, because I'm probably not going to pick any like silly ones. I'm going to try and keep this like kind of serious, you know, like Iron Guard and stuff like that. So yeah, just leave them down below, and also just stick them all in one comment. Don't just leave a million comments with all your different ideas. Just edit your original comment just to have everything. So yeah, I think that's it. Our additional starting units of Ungrim, we get a unit of Slayers, which is beastly, and they cost me not as much because of the free upkeep, even though it will be kind of a lot. We also get a unit of Longbeards and Thunderers, so that's awesome. Let's go ahead and get started on our Dwarven campaign. Yes!
The old world is a crucible of relentless war. It has ever been so. An era as long as the mountains are unyielding. But as the storms gather again, it presents a chance for the brave to bring about an age of reckoning. I come to the Dwarf High King as a herald of such times, and so I find myself at the King's right hand. My presence is timely, for dire news comes from the south. Greenskins flock to the banner of a cruel war boss. Now, my liege, Thorgrim Grudgebearer leads a mighty throng from KAZRIK, smashing aside any foes that block our path. If Grudgebearer desires to return the Karaz Angkor to its former glory, then he must rid his lands of vile greenskins. Those gathering within the shadows of Everpeak are a good start.
That was awesome. I loved how it just felt like the dwarfs were preparing. As soon as the gyrocopters started spinning, I was just like, yes, it's on. And then all the dwarfs just started marching out. It's kind of like a scene from like Minas Morgul from the Third Lord of the Rings, when the Witch King sends forward his forces, you know, just having all the dwarfs just marching out. That was really, really awesome. I'm so excited for this. So basically, I'm going to kind of start this campaign off with a bit more of an informational start, just to kind of let new players know what direction they should go as the dwarfs, because I have actually played a pretty long dwarven campaign. I think I made it to turn 240 before starting this one, so I have a real good idea of kind of what direction we should go with the dwarfs and kind of what army compositions and stuff. So, you know, if you're trying to learn how to play as the dwarfs and kind of the best strategy to go as, this might not be the best strategy in the long term, but at the beginning, like, I feel like my strategy works pretty well. So hopefully that'll go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a hint of kind of what to go for and what's important when playing the dwarfs. Because you guys got to remember, the dwarfs don't have any heavy cavalry, and that's a real pain, because you can't chase down enemy archers and stuff, so you have to kind of find other ways to deal with them, and you know, like, having enough missiles of yourself is a real big part of that.
The sacred peak of KAZRIK is secure, sire. The spineless greenskins shrink before your might and have run for their burrows. The bloody spears still infest the mountains to the east of KAZRIK, setting up their hovels amidst sacred pillars. Before you can return to the Slayer Keep of Karak Kadrin, the trespassers must be destroyed. Summon the throng and march against them. To the south, yet more vicious Urki and Groby lay ready to strike at your kin. Seek allies amongst your own folk, for there are many grudges to settle here.
Many grudges indeed, and don't worry, I'll settle each and every one of them. This campaign's like my final grudge against the world.
The age of reckoning has begun, Slayer King. You are no stranger to oaths, Angrim, so swear that the Karaz Angkor will be great again.
Oh, I swear it, don't you worry, on the new gods and the old. What an awesome line that was as well. You are no stranger to oaths, Angrim. That was really, really good. Amazing. So we start off with our first grudge issued. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run through like all these options and stuff. If you want to skip this, if you've seen this a million times, I will actually go ahead and leave a skip annotation in the top left hand side, so you can jump straight to when we actually start playing properly. But yeah, I will run through everything just so that new people kind of get a good feel for the game. So our grudges, these are kind of like missions that we get for people who dishonor us, or they beat us in battle, or take a bit of our land. And basically it's just to kind of right that wrong, and we have to go ahead and beat that faction in battle or reclaim the land. And if you ignore these, the severity of them go up over time. The longer you leave them, and this kind of gives you negative effects. If you go ahead and leave, you just completely ignore all these missions, you'll go ahead and get a massive debuff to diplomatic relations with dwarven factions. You'll get a morale buff, which is now leadership, and you'll also get a public order debuff. I meant a morale debuff, which would really suck. If you go ahead and keep it in the green, you kind of keep on top of all your grudges. You'll go ahead and get a bonus relationship buff with the dwarven factions and a public order buff, which is actually pretty big, just for kind of completing missions which give you a load of money. Like, completing these grudges are really important to your treasury to kind of keep you in the green, which is really nice. It helps you go ahead and build more buildings and stuff. It's really good. So I'm going to be keeping up on this Let's Play on all my grudges, not trying to let them get away, because that can happen sometimes. You can completely just forget about a grudge, and before you know it, it's really hard to complete. So completing grudges early is really, really good. You know, it gives us 1,000 gold just for, you know, defeating an army, which we're going to be doing anyway. So that's really, really important. Diplomacy, obviously pretty self-explanatory. Faction summary. I mean, it has Fulgrim, even, I guess he is still our faction leader. We start off at war with pretty much all the Orc factions, and we start off trading with a Barak Var, which is just to our left over here, along with a border prince you can see just down there. Let's actually go ahead and take a look at the map right now. So if we look at the map, we're obviously in the Silver Rodo up here. We've got the Orcs pretty much surrounding us at the moment. We have Zufbar over here, which is good. That's another Dwarven faction. Barak Varg, which is our ally. And then we have loads of Orc tribes down to the south with a border prince to our left, which is cool. Treasury, I mean, we're making decent money, 1,600 gold, which is pretty good just for holding one province. Obviously, this is going to go down into build an army. Technology, again, pretty self-explanatory. The Dwarven technology is pretty simple and straightforward. You just obviously go down the tech tree. You have a civil tech tree and a military tech tree. This is kind of most like Attila, for sure, out of all the factions. And then obviously we have objectives. So our long-term victory objectives is to hold all these Dwarven provinces, which is a lot, and defeat the greenskins and ensure that that the chaos wastes are not really, really sick. You know, not like the chaoses are like wrecking everyone. So we pretty much have to put down the chaos and we have to put down the orcs. That seems like a pretty healthy objective. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I guess we'll start off with technology. I'm going to be rushing towards this tech right here, Call to Arms, because getting early experience on my troops is really, really important. At least I think it is. Actually, no, do I want to do that? I mean, recruitment cost is really important. I'm actually going to do it on my missiles, because I'm going to be recruiting swords and Dwarven warriors straight away, whereas it will probably take me 3 turns to get the building I need to get quarrelers. So I think having levy missile warriors, you know, minus 5% cost for quarrelers will be more cost effective, because by the time I get that technology, I will be recruiting quarrelers. Building wise, this is something really important that you kind of have to keep track of. The only building that can go to tier 5 buildings is your capital of the province. So if I want to get any of these buildings, I can only get them in this province. Or if I only want to get them further, you know, to this mountain of Grugny and, you know, the better armories. So what you want to do is you really want to kind of map out what buildings you want to get. You know, like eventually I don't really need this warrior post here in my main province, because it can only go to tier 3, and the other buildings in your province can also go to tier 3. So for now, obviously, I need this warrior chamber here because I need to build warriors. I don't have anywhere else to do it. But once I've secured this province, I can kind of just go ahead and move this to one of the other provinces which only go to tier 3 and kind of change this to something more important which kind of goes further down the tech tree. So yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade this straight away, because quarrelers are the most important unit early on, because you have no way of chasing down the enemy archers. You need your own quarrelers to kind of beat their archers. And then we're also going to go ahead and build this siege workshop. Again, this siege workshop is really good to be in your main province because you need tier 5. It goes all the way up to tier 5. And, you know, obviously in your province, in your capital province, you can only go up to tier 5. You know, the other ones you can't. So having the siege workshop here is really important. So we are actually going to go ahead and grab that. That's cool for our buildings. Army-wise, we're just going to go ahead and spam out as... Oh, we actually broke. We are actually broke, which is kind of funny. We don't need that siege workshop right away then, I guess. So we'll go ahead and just spam out some warriors. With naming units as well, I'm going to go ahead and wait until I have pretty much a full army before I rename everything. That kind of saves me just, you know, every turn just like renaming a unit. But yeah, you guys can actually see I can completely change this to whatever I want, which is cool. And you can't do it with legendary lords, but you can do it with everyone else. So I guess actually, no, we should actually probably garrison up, right? There's no need to be outside the city when we're just recruiting. We could also recruit globally, but we're not going to because it's a lot more expensive. You can see it's double the price, which sucks. Diplomacy. I think that's it. We just have to look at diplomacy and then we're kind of done. I don't think anyone really likes us. Our treaties. Let's go ahead and see if anyone would trade with us. If we can. By the looks of it, only Barak Vlag are actually near us. We obviously have Zufbar up to our north and our south or west, along with Barak Vlag. God, look at all these enemy tribes. And the thing is, the greenskins can actually, you know, form confederations, much like tribes or like hordes could in Attila. So, you know, stuff can get really bad real quickly. If all the enemy orc tribes just suddenly unite into one massive faction, you know, it really, really does suck. Oh, nice. At least the orcs are fighting in the south, though. That's really, really good for us, for sure. Because the longer they fight between themselves, the better it is for us.
Yes.
Again, I'm just going to carry on recruiting some more dwarven warriors. That'll give us, what, like 6? 7? Yeah, that'll give us a decent amount. 7 warriors, and then we'll be able to build quarrelers next turn. We still can't afford this, which is a shame, but that's fine. We'll just go ahead and keep on saving up. And then we'll get ready to push out very, very soon. I don't know what this army's doing as well. It's going to start raiding me. What? Why is this army besieging me? Where did that come from? I mean, it's a pretty smart move, you know. It allows them to get powerful elsewhere, but I'm just obviously going to absolutely smash this army. I mean, it's good experience for Ungrim as well. And look at our garrison as well. Our garrison is amazing. That's one of the things I really love about this game, is the fact that the garrisons actually start getting towards, you know, big-ass armies, like an actual proper army. I'm actually going to take the money. No, I mean, we didn't really take any casualties as well. I'm just going to take the leadership because we're going to be in several engagements. I mean, they might be close, they might not be. And we also went ahead and fulfilled our grudge, which is awesome. It gives us 1,000 gold. That's going to go ahead and allow us to go ahead and build that siege workshop we wanted. So grudge issue, we want to go ahead and reclaim the Pillar of Grugni, which we will do. Oh, that's actually really smart by the enemy forces. They actually stopped my my turn of building. So that's actually really worked out for them. It means I don't have quarrelers yet. Not that I could pretty much just smash through these armies anyway, but still. Also, Ungrim leveled up. I'm going to go ahead and get Route Master, or Route Marcher, sorry, because it's just so good. Plus 10% movement speed is really important. I'm probably going to get this ability, and then I'm going to go down the fighting tree, so he'll be just be an absolute beast in combat. I think that's my plan. So get that early on, just so I can move a lot quicker. Yeah, he also destroyed my recruitment as well. That's actually a really smart move by the AI. We're going to move forward and slaughter this army, though. And don't worry, we will 100% have a battle this episode, so don't you worry. If you're like, oh, Jackie, why are you just auto-resolving? We will have a battle. Don't you worry. I'll release the captives because I want the money. And we killed him in battle as well. Nice, Ungrim. Damn, he's already slain his first orc general. What a beast. So we'll go back, we'll go ahead and stick in full plate to go ahead and give him more armor. He's going to be an absolute monster in combat. Like, he's going to be an absolute beast. So we'll go ahead and finally recruit some more men.
Oath is intact.
That's all we need. That's all we need infantry-wise. We'll have this built next turn. We've got a siege workshop on the go. And we'll end the turn. So, yeah, I'm actually already... Yeah, they fall back to their city, which is fine. I'm actually really impressed by the enemy forces, for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto the boundary, and then I'm going to get a bunch of quarrelers, and then I will attack. Yeah, so we'll actually fight this battle. Even though it's probably going to be somewhat in my favor, it will be good nonetheless. So what I want to do, now we've got that, yeah, this is actually really perfect, because these guys are now cheaper because of our technology. We timed that, like, almost perfectly. This is really good as well, plus 5% for income. But again, I kind of just want to start focusing down here, getting the Call to Clan so that my Dwarven Warriors are a better experience. For sure. So we're going to be recruiting them, which will give us 16. Then we should be able to crush this army plus the garrison. Because the garrison is not great at all, and Ungrim should be more than capable. So yeah, I guess we just end turn again. We'll look at diplomacy once more. But again, no one really likes us. And we're not really bored with anyone to go ahead and do anything. So yeah, we'll go ahead and build the rest of this army, and then I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, rename all my troops, and then we'll jump straight back in for the battle. They actually recruited some men as well. This is going to be a good battle.
To die in battle.
Yeah, we'll actually get some slayers and longbeards. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and pause this right now, and then rename my entire army to stuff you guys have suggested. And then we'll jump back in and we'll start fighting this epic battle. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so we are back. I went ahead and sieved through all the comments on the previous video where I was asking you guys for unit names, and I got some really awesome ones. There were so many amazing ones. It was such a shame I couldn't use them all. It really was, because there was like almost 200 comments on that video of just names. So yeah, a massive thank you to everyone who commented on there. However, I got like no comments about my quarrelers, thunderers and miners, like nothing specific for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave these guys blank for now. I did get iron crossbows, which I went ahead and stock on 2 units, but you know, I've still got just a lot of blank unit names. So make sure you go ahead and give me names for every single unit I can have, not just, you know, my dwarven warriors or something, you know, because if you go ahead and choose something for the thunderers or the quarrelers, not many people have done that, so you're more likely to go ahead and get your name into my let's play. So let's run through my army quickly and then we'll jump straight into this battle of taking the Pillar of Grudge. So to start off with, my slayers are called Doom Seekers. I thought that was pretty awesome. Then my Longbeards are called the Fishbeards, and this was mainly because of the backstory. The backstory was that these guys were surrounded, they were starving, they were by a lake but they had no fishing equipment. So what they did was they attached worms to their beards and used them as fishing rods, and I really thought that was just really cool, so I went ahead and stuck them in. Then I have the Grudge Bearers. I got 2 units of them. Like that's what I think I'm doing. Instead of just having one specific unit, I'm gonna have multiple. So I could even have like an entire army. If a special unit, you know, excels in battle, I'll go ahead and commission them with another unit called that, just to kind of make their unit name, their division name kind of stand out a bit more. Then I have the Ale Belchers. These guys kind of just get drunk in the face of the enemy and just belch at them as they run into battle. Then I have the Iron Helms, the Siege Breakers, and then just Miners and Thunderers, and then the Iron Crossbows. You know, so I definitely do need so kind of like a scouting name for the Miners, because they're going to be like a faster unit which can kind of deploy outside of combat and stuff. So yeah, make sure to go ahead and just leave names down below. It does say it's hugely in my favor, but we're just going to fight it nonetheless, because I don't know if we're going to come across like another bigger army. And you know, this will kind of just be a cool cinematic battle. It doesn't have to be super tactical or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and form up and march to the enemy. And you know, once we've kind of all clashed, I can just kind of just press K and we can kind of watch the battle unfold instead of having to, you know, kind of micro everything. Because I kind of find that in this game, when I play with Apollo online, I'm kind of just not zoomed in at all. I'm just clicking because the battles are pretty intense, you know, especially when we had 40 units each. Yeah, that's actually going to be another thing. I'm going to be uploading an online battle of me and Apollo fighting in the Underways. I was the Dwarfs and he was the Vampire Counts. And it was an epic clash. We had 40 units each and we just advanced on each other. And imagine, in the Underways, it's a pretty small space. So my Dwarven line literally stretched across the entirety of the Underway, and it was just awesome. So yeah, I'm going to be uploading that probably Sunday. So obviously it's either already up on my channel or soon to be up on my channel. So it's actually snowing, which is kind of annoying. But that's fine nonetheless. So we'll go ahead and set up our infantry line and we'll just straight up advance on the enemy. Like there's no point holding back or anything. They actually do have a decent hill as well. So we'll look at my Dwarven warriors. So what do we have here? We have the Siege Breakers. Some more of the Siege Breakers. It's good that everyone's going to be together. You know, the Siege Breakers are all going to be together. The Iron Helms are going to be together. That's awesome. That's really, really, really cool. And there's Ungrim himself. Look how much taller he is than everyone else. That is amazing. That's really cool. So let's go ahead and stick Ungrim back here. We have our infantry line. We'll have the Fishbeards there and the Doom Seekers by Ungrim's side. And then we'll go ahead and push up our Iron Crossbows and the rest of our Quarrelers. They can just be like our frontier line. The Miners. So yeah, the Miners can actually deploy anywhere. So these guys are a pretty good ambush unit. So yeah, actually having like a kind of scouting name for them would be really, really cool. I think we're just set up already, apart from our Thunderers, obviously. If I can get these guys up on a flank, that would be really good. That's what the Thunderers look like. Just have one little push down my army. Looking very, very cool in the snow. So yeah, let's go ahead and start this battle then. This is our first battle. So by the looks of it, they did actually go ahead and take that hill, which is understandable. I kind of expected them to do that. So let's go ahead and just advance. Oh no, they haven't. They actually pushed all the way back. That's actually really good for me, because it means I can go ahead and kind of make level pegging and take this hill right here. So if we go ahead and look at their position, yeah, they're pretty sturdy up here, the Orcs right now. They're not really scared of much, even though we hugely outnumber them. They do have some reinforcements coming, which we do have to be somewhat knowledgeable about. We have to kind of keep that in the back of our minds. But our Dwarfs should just be able to run through these Orcs. They can't even see us right now as we just advance. Where's Ungrim at? I want to see him just marching into battle like he doesn't give a fuck. Where is Ungrim? Ungrim! Oh, there he is. Yeah, you can see him now. How awesome that looks. Look at him. I love his cape as well. That's awesome. And he runs into battle. So also, if you're thinking this is a bit bright, I have actually turned up my brightness a little bit. So that could be why. If you think it's too bright, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll turn it down for next episode. However, like some of the because obviously we're going to be playing as a dwarf, so we're going to be fighting a lot on the ground and in like underground cities and stuff. So I went ahead and turned up my brightness, but I can also just adjust that throughout the entire battle. And my god, look how amazing this battlefield is, just the environment. Look at that as well up there. You got, like, because the orcs currently hold this, you kind of got orc stuff in the background. That's amazing. That is really, really cool. So we have formed up. We're not quite in range yet. We're actually a little bit out of range, so we'll go ahead and advance the battle line just a little bit. Probably to like there. Probably to like there. That's still not going to put us into range, but it'll be a good position. We also have our miners kind of getting around this flank, which is good. So again, I mean, I shouldn't be worrying. Like, I shouldn't be like, oh, I'm just going to slowly move forward. Like, we should just straight up just, you know, get in range and just start pounding away at the enemy. Because there's nothing I should really be scared of here. You know, my army is much, much stronger. So let's go ahead and just tell these guys to start shooting. And the nice thing is, by the looks of it, they only have a few missile units. So yeah, we're just going to start pounding away at these orcs over here, these orc boys. We'll get our iron crossbows to start shooting. They already are. So we're volleying in. And if they want to stand there and kind of sit back and get shot, then I'm more than happy with that. But they're probably not. They're probably going to start rushing forward, which is to be expected. So yeah, first things first, we want to go ahead and kill their missiles. Killing their missiles as the dwarfs is so important because you don't really have a way of doing it apart from using your own missiles. So what we're going to do is we're going to obviously get our thunderers as well. Our thunderers should hopefully get a really nice volley. Come on, boys, open up. Come on, boys. Nice, that's awesome. God, look at the snow. This is actually really, really hard to see. So we'll get our charges off. Even though our charges aren't really very good, we probably should just sit back and attack and defend, sorry. And we'll obviously move up our slayers into battle and our longbeards. And we need Ungrim up here as well, like ASAP. And obviously the miners can start coming around now as well as these guys. So I'll just tell these guys to charge in. I'll tell Ungrim to charge in, and then we'll go on cinematic map mode and just watch the battle unfold. So yeah, let's go. As Ungrim charges in for honor and glory. Look at him go. You can see our corridors are doing an amazing job at beating back their missiles. The Slayer's running in. Oh, that's awesome. Just smashing away at the Orc Spears. They should be doing a really good job. We have our miners coming around the back as well. Dwarven warriors pushing here. Who are these guys? Are these guys, yeah, the siege breakers on this right flank, hitting away against the goblin spears. I'm going to go ahead and tell my quarrelers just to form up here. No need for them to be shooting anymore. There you go, Ungrim right there in the center. Actually 1v1 in the Lord right now. Kill him. If we kill him, then his army will definitely rout. You know, the orcs' morale are really, really fickle. The orc biggins, by the looks of it. I think these are orc biggins. They could be just orc boys. Oh, our thunderers should be pounding away. Come on, boys. Yeah, shooting the side of these guys. It's going to be awesome. By the looks of it, my center is actually starting to waver a little bit. Like, I don't really have a lot in the center anymore. These iron helms are holding. But, you know, they're struggling a little bit. Yeah, the ale belchers as well are really, really feeling the pain. We definitely need the longbeards over here. Get the fishbeards over here ASAP. They need to go ahead and jump into this battle. Ungrim is being a beast though and just smacking away. His legendary lord is kind of weak. He's below half health. The ale belchers need to go ahead and receive support though for sure. Their lines are starting to rout, which is awesome. Oh my god, the grudge bearers as well. They've received massive casualties this battle. But the enemy lines look like they're starting to rout. The core of fire as well over the top is really helping out. The grudge bearers definitely need it. If I can get them out of here, I'm actually pretty tempted to retreat them. 'Cause I don't want them to die. I don't want the grudge bearers to already die. They're fighting valiantly. I mean, no, what am I doing? Get back in there. You're grudge bearers. You will... No, actually, you get out of there. You're tactically withdrawing. We have another unit of grudge bearers to kind of act as your rear guard. And it's fine, because they're kind of making sure our thunderers can actually shoot them in the back. The grudge bearer is actually deciding to get the hell out of there. The enemy general dies though. Ungrim managed to slay him in battle. Yeah, you run and you get out of here, you orc scum. And there you go, our first victory. That was pretty awesome. Definitely. So that's how I'm going to probably be playing the battles from now on. Is I'm going to be just going ahead and kind of doing all my orders and then just watching the battle. So hopefully that's kind of a lot more enjoyable than me just sitting up here and kind of just commanding. So what I'm going to be doing most of the time, unless it's like a super close battle, I'm going to be kind of just doing the battle, kind of like doing all my moves. I'm actually also going to go ahead and save this, so I can go ahead and get a thumbnail for the channel, for the Let's Play. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing for battles is just going ahead and doing all my orders and then kind of going cinematic mode and just watching the battle unfold. Yeah, see how many kills our quarrelers got. They did really, really well. And it's just so important to have a decent missile force early on as the dwarfs, because it allows you to kind of deal with everyone. Yeah, some of our dwarfs took an absolute smashing, but they all did really well. Especially our slayers, our doom, I can't remember what they're called. I need the thing to hurry up and load. Our slayers did really, really well. We'll go ahead and look. I guess these are the grudge bearers. The grudge bearers took the brunt of the assault, so that's only fair. They were up against the orc biggin unit right here, so it kind of makes sense that they're the ones who got smashed away the most. And they definitely have a grudge to bear now, for sure. So losses wise, we only lost 400 men, which is not bad. We killed 1,000. So I'm more than happy with that. Decisive victory. So yeah, the Fishbeards killed or captured 71. This unit of grudge bearers killed 90. This one killed 129. Shout out to them. Ale Belchers 98. Iron Helms 120 and 106. Siege Breakers 132 and 118. Miners did good. Thunderers did good. And then obviously the Quarrelers did amazing. So we actually go ahead and get a banner straight away. This isn't the best banner in the world. What does it do? It gives me Strider. Speed and combat penalty caused by terrain are ignored. Actually, that's actually pretty good. It means that they're just going to be much faster, and if they're going through like some sort of like horrible terrain, it's going to be pretty decent. So nice, we'll go ahead and just occupy the city. We don't really need the money right now, like we're not desperate for money. And yeah, that banner's actually pretty good. We complete our grudge, which goes ahead and gives us 1,000 gold. Again, 1,000 gold, that's quite a lot.
To work fixing up the captured city, sire. Yet there are many grudges still to settle. Perfidious manlings and bloodthirsty vampires threaten your kind in the north. And your mountain will never be safe, while a single greenskin draws breath.
Yeah, that's very true. To war indeed. So, Ungrim needs a turn to level up, obviously, and a turn to replenish his army. I think I'm just going to go ahead and give him more HP, because all these seem pretty good, but, you know, that gives them an extra 300 health, just for that, and then it gives 16, and then I think it's like 30-something% more, so it's just huge to go ahead and get this Guard Veteran, because I think it ends up giving you like 30% more, which is pretty crazy. We could also recruit some grudge throwers, and I do actually have some names for these grudge throwers, which is cool. So let's go ahead and just, I mean, they're pretty, they're not that expensive to keep up. I might just go ahead and get 2 grudge throwers and another unit of dwarven warriors to go ahead and enter the mix. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and then return as well, because there's nothing to do here. Oh, actually, I guess we have to go ahead and build a building here. Also, we get our first quest mission over here. Where is it? All the way over here. So we'll go ahead and do that kind of, it's on our way, so we'll go ahead and smash at the Mount Squighorn right here, and then push over here. I hope it changes, I don't think it will, so please guys, give me a name for Mount Squighorn. I don't really want to call it Mount Squighorn, because that's kind of goblinish. So also down below, give me a name for what I should call Mount Squighorn. That would be really cool. Maybe I can call it after KAZRIK, that would be kind of cool. But yeah, give me some names down below as well, along with the unit names. What do we want to build here? I guess economy? Yeah, I guess economy, right? So we can get a Tinker Maker giving me plus 200 income. That's not that great. I kind of prefer the growth, in all honesty. Start boosting up KAZRIK. Yeah, let's just go and get the growth. I mean, it doesn't really help us economy-wise for now, but that's fine. And we're going to be getting our grudge throwers, which is good. So this is the only problem with the Silver Road, which is our starting province. It's because the orcs are attacking Varric Hills up here, and Barak Bar, I think they're called, the dwarfs, yeah. You know, they kind of have an easy way to come up the Silver Road, and if my army's all the way over here, I'm kind of stuck in a situation where they can assault KAZRIK or go ahead and start causing me an annoyance, and there's not really much I can do about it. Another easy battle for Ungrim. We'll go ahead and just auto-resolve this again. Decisive victory. We'll go ahead and sack it. So we have occupied the Silver Road now, which is pretty cool. And he also got a good blade as well. That's awesome. So yeah, his army, all the Slayers got some experience, which is good. We'll go ahead and give him another boost. Yeah, so 16. So he'll go to, yeah, he gets to what, like 500 health? That's a lot. And then the next one is plus 30%. So that'll give him like 600 health. So when he's back to full strength, he's going to be an absolute monster. Scarred Veteran is really, really good. Really, really good. So we're going ahead and take Mount Squighorn, which I will be renaming. So yeah, here you can see, I've actually gone ahead and already got a barracks over here. So what I want to really be doing is disbanding this barracks and just kind of leveling this one up to level 2. So what we'll do is we'll spend our growth points on getting this. We'll keep our barracks for now, but once this is built, we'll upgrade this barracks to level 2, and we'll go ahead and get a more important building in our capital. I think that's just the smartest thing to do. We can also go ahead and recruit some more men. Oh, I actually have a grudge throwers as well. We can recruit one more unit. I guess I want another unit of quarrelers, and we'll just have a full 20 stack, and that'll be pretty beastly. It's costing us a lot of money though. I probably need to be a bit cautious of that. Yeah, I need to be very cautious. I've kind of got too much of a big army, but that's fine. We can go ahead and just, you know, start taking a lot of provinces and stuff, so there's nothing to worry about there. So cool, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. I'm just going to go ahead and choose my my edict to do. I mean, tax rate would be pretty important right now. Later on, the reduce of vampire and chaos corruption is really important. Also, Master of Steel and Stone is really good. Recruitment cost and construction cost is cheaper. And you can recruit more men. But I think right now, until we kind of get some more economic buildings, having tax rate is just more important. For sure. Because these provinces are not really giving me too much money, which kind of sucks. Obviously, once we destroy this... Actually, we can probably destroy this now. And start working. We're not going to be recruiting any more men anytime soon. I guess we have to get the unit of quarrelers, right? If we get the unit of quarrelers... Oh, but do I want it? Nah, we're just going to ignore that for now. We're fine with 4 quarrelers and a unit of thunderers. We have grudge throwers as well. So cool, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. I'm going to go ahead and rename my grudge throwers. Well, actually, no. Well, I'll leave it up. I'll wait till I start recording the next episode. So after you guys have all commented down below on what you want me to call my stuff. And then I'll kind of reevaluate these grudge throwers and these quarrelers and these thunderers and miners. So these are the ones I'm looking for right now. Is miners, thunderers, crossbowmen, and grudge throwers. So yeah, I hope you guys like this idea. I hope you guys are enjoying this campaign and are looking forward to more. I'm so excited to kind of continue campaigning. We're probably going to go southwards next. I think I'm going to... Oh, I guess we could go north as well. But no, I think I'm going to kind of focus on going southwards. But yeah, as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like and a comment if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And fish out.